Thank you, Mr. Searcy. That's all the questions I have for right now.
Cross-examination.
So with regard to this prepaid legal outfit that you work with, I think the term that you used was that it's multi-level marketing business, right?
Yes.
And it appears from the way that you described it is that if somebody signs somebody else up, and they're somebody that you signed up, then you benefit, correct?
Say that one more time.
You sign somebody up, for example,
Yes.
and then they sign somebody up. It seems that you profit from that signing up of the last person, don't you?
You profit from all the people.
So the answer is yes, you do profit, right?
Yes.
And it appears in the way that you describe all of this that there are a very few number of people, whatever designation you may give them, directors, give them rings, whatever, that are at the very top. There's some sort of elite people at the very top, right?
Yes.
And those people are profiting from what everybody else is doing down here, right?
As they profit themselves.
But the answer is yes, these people up here profit by whatever is going on down here, right?
Yes.
And that's how the money is made, right?
Yes.
That's how one reaches the $100,000 club, right?
Yes.
By being at the top of the pyramid, those are the people that are really making the money, right?
It's not a pyramid.
I didn't say it was a pyramid. I
You
said
just
at the
did.
at the top of the pyramid.
That implies a pyramid in my logic.
So is that a yes or a no, or do you not want to answer?
Not as stated.
So you don't want to answer that question, indicating that the people that are at the top of what appears to be a pyramid, those people are the ones that are making the money.
Objection, argumentative.
Overruled.
It's not a pyramid, so to say it is would be wrong. It is multi-level, that I will agree with.
Well, sir, so your answer is you won't answer that question, right? As proposed.
As stated.
Okay. Well, then let's use a triangle, right? It's not called a pyramid, let's call it a triangle. The people at the very top of the triangle, those are the people that are the directors, those are the people that have the rings, those are the people that go to the executive ball, right?
It's more like a circle if you want to get into geometry.
Sir, that's not my question to you, is it? I'm asking you who's making the money, aren't I?
The people who work the hardest.
Sustained.
Who's making the money?
The people who work
that are at the top, or the people that are down here that they signed up?
Sir, you are wrong. There are people at the top that don't have anybody underneath them.
Non-responsive. Go ahead.
There are people in this company making hundreds of thousands of dollars that don't have anyone underneath them. They go out and sell it as an employee benefit. You sign up Southwest Airlines, for example, one of our clients, you're a millionaire. You don't need to recruit anybody. So that what you're stating isn't correct, and you're asking me to state something that is not correct for your purposes, not the truth.
So the model that you previously described, the people that were in the $100,000 club, you've signed up Southwest Airlines?
I personally didn't, but
Yes
I
or
sold
no?
1,000 memberships myself.
Objection, non-responsive, Judge.
Sustained.
The question is, sir, did you sign up Southwest Airlines?
No.
Did you sign up any big company at all?
Yes.
Who did you sign up? Go ahead, tell me.
City of Norwalk, City of Garden Grove.
And that's the reason why you're in the $100,000 club?
Partially. It's partially because of both. It could be a mixture. Some
And-
people recruit only. Some people sell only. Some people like myself
Sir,
do all of the
Let me
above.
ask you this question. She was making a lot of money? We're talking about the defendant?
No, she was not an executive director. She was trying to.
Right, so the answer is she wasn't making a lot of money, right?
That's correct.
She hadn't signed any big businesses, right?
That's correct.
And the reason that she was under your tutelage was that you were trying to groom her so that she would be able to present herself, so she would be of the mindset to go out and sell this, right?
That's correct.
In terms of the money that was coming in, the approximately $40 a month that was coming in for her, that money, if she had somebody above her, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Not me.
So, and if she signed somebody up, the person above her would be making the money, right?
That is correct.
And the people that are above each other, those are the ones keeping out the business people, the business accounts. Those are the ones that are making the money, right?
Everyone makes money who sells or helps people make sales.
The big money, I'm talking about the 100,000. If you take out the business like Southwest, the people at the very top, and you only talk about individuals, Those people have other people underneath them, and they take some of the money from the people underneath them, right?
There are people who do that, yes, and there are people who don't. But they
And-
still make money.
The majority of the people that are making money in that company are the people that have signed up a lot of people,
That
correct?
would call for speculation on my part. I don't know everyone's individual financial method.
But it could be, right?
Could be.
Objection, you began calling for speculation.
Sustained.
You said that you met the defendant in 2007 or 2008, right?
Probably late 2007 initially. I had gone to speak in Arizona.
So what month was that?
I don't remember.
And you became, what was the occasion again?
I was speaking at a local business briefing.
And she happened to be there, right?
That's correct.
So that was a professional setting, right?
Correct.
And you saw her 4 other times in a professional setting, right?
That's correct.
How much time did you spend with her that first time that you met her?
The first night,
Yes, sir.
well, the after event probably lasted 45 minutes to an hour. And she was one of the people that I was interacting with. So if I'm going to break it down in minutes, maybe 10 or 15 minutes the first night.
All right. And then after that, when did you meet her again?
Physically?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
So that
Well,
you
there's
could see what
talking
she-
on the phone
excuse me,
also.
I have a question. So that you could see what she was wearing, okay? The second time that you met her, what was that occasion?
At a national convention
Where?
in, I believe that one was, you know what, I honestly don't remember if it was Oklahoma or Las Vegas. It was one of the two. I don't remember the
So
timing.
you don't know where you met her the second time, right?
I know where I met her. I don't know when.
You don't know when and you don't know where, right?
I don't know when, but I know it was either Las Vegas or it was Oklahoma. That's the
Sir.
only two places that conventions are.
So you don't know where you met her then, right? If you don't, can you, as you sit here, can you tell me it was Oklahoma City? Yes or no?
Could have been.
Right. It could have also been Las Vegas, right?
Could have been. It was one of the two. I
Right.
don't know which.
So you don't know where you met her, exactly the place, right?
That doesn't mean I didn't meet her.
Is that the question that I'm asking you, sir, whether or not
Sounds
you met
like
her?
it to me.
Sir, you don't know where you met her the second time. That's what you're telling me, right?
I know approximately,
Approximately means you don't know, right?
if that makes you happy.
Nothing here is to make the prosecutor happy. You understand that? Why don't you want to answer my question?
I'm answering your question.
All right, the
I met
answer.
her either in Oklahoma or Dallas. Or Las Vegas. It was one of the two.
So
I don't
what-
remember precisely which one. It's 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And it could have been Dallas too? Is that what you're saying?
No.
And when you met her, what was the purpose of that meeting?
Well, when we go to the conventions, first off, there's the
No,
social.
no, no. In meeting her, what was the purpose in meeting her?
Check in with her, see how she was doing, what she was up to, how her, because we talk in between, remember. It's not like I don't talk to her for 5 months. We talk about once a week.
Sir, I'm asking about meetings. I'm not asking you about when you talked with her. We're talking about you meeting her at a conference, right?
Yeah, say
Okay,
hello.
So when she came to this conference and you met her, wherever it was, how much time did you talk to her?
Through the whole convention, probably a couple hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours.
And during
All
that
told.
time, you were one of the presenters, right?
Yes, occasionally.
Well, occasionally means what? That you did or you did not present? What is it?
I present at various times. It
I'm
depends
talking
upon.
about the second time when you met her, sir. Did you present, yes or no?
I didn't present in 2007 on the main stage. I presented at the breakout.
So you presented at the breakout. And during the breakout, was she in your breakout session?
No, she's in a different organization.
All right. And during that time that you were out there, how many days was this convention, wherever it was?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And how many times did you see her during that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Probably 3 or 4 times.
And people that go to these conventions, they're expected to dress in a professional manner, right?
Well, yes.
Yes, right? And she dressed as expected in a professional manner, right?
Yes.
And when was the other time that you met her? Now, we've talked about 2 times. What about the 3rd time?
Well, let's continue on with that time. I
Sir,
met her
I'm
several.
asking you when you met her the 3rd time. You don't get to ask the questions, I do. So when was the 3rd time you met her?
3rd time I met her would have been at a breakout session or at one of the other, or the parties that night.
So it's still the same conference then, right?
Right.
All right. When was the other time you saw her after that?
After that would have probably been one of the next conventions,
So,
which would therefore be Las Vegas or Oklahoma.
and so that's the total of the 4 or 5 times that you saw her, right?
That's correct.
And in addition to those 4 or 5 times, which appears that you saw her at 2 conventions or at 2 meetings, right?
Over a
that yes?
period of several days.
Well, there was this convention either in Las Vegas or Oklahoma, and you saw her 3 or 4 times there, correct?
Right.
And then you saw her one other time here in the valley, right?
Right. And I saw her at one of the other conventions.
What other convention was that?
Okay. We have 2 conventions a year, 6 months apart. One of them is in Oklahoma. The other one was in Las Vegas.
We've
I
heard
saw-
that. Where
I-
did you
both
see
of
her
them.
the 3rd convention, this other convention? Where did you see her?
It was the opposite of the other one, whatever it was.
So you don't know is what you're
I
telling
don't remember. It was 5 years ago.
me. Not remembering means you don't know. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't remember precisely, but it was one of the
Oh.
2.
And during this 3rd convention or seminar, whatever it was, again, this was a professional setting, right?
There's also parties afterwards where everyone gets dressed up pretty wild sometimes at the parties. They have after events that are spectacular, in fact, legendary.
So people go there to just blow off steam too, then, right?
In the evenings, yes. They
And
have
so-
big parties.
How many, in that time, this 3rd time, wherever it was, how many times did you see her?
Again, about the same time, 4 or 5 times over a period of 3 or 4 days.
And during that time, you were a presenter too, weren't you?
At that one, I believe I was, yes.
And during this time, you were busy preparing whatever you were going to say, right?
I already knew what I was going to say.
Well, when did you present? The 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, or the 4th day?
The second day,
And
after the day,
second-
Friday, the day after the executive director banquet.
Yes,
Apologize.
counsel. Mr. Searcy. The court reporter can only record one of you at a time, so please do not speak over each other.
Thank you.
Next
so
question.
you presented at this other event, right?
Yes.
And that's when you saw her again, correct?
Yes.
And during this time, again, everyone during the day is expected to dress professionally, right?
Right.
And that's how she dressed, correct?
And in the evenings as well.
Sir, am I asking you about the evening? I'm not, am I?
Continue.
Sir, I asked you a question. Am I asking you about the evening?
No.
Now, after that, you said that you did see her on a personal level on 2 occasions, right?
Yes.
And one of them involved your mobile home, right?
Motorhome.
Motorhome, right?
Yep.
And she came by and she stayed 2 days and 1 night, right?
Correct.
Where was this mobile home, sir?
Las Vegas.
And the other time that you met her was involved a telephone or something like that?
I talked to her on the telephone on many occasions.
No. I'm talking about the second time that you saw her other than your...
Oh, in California.
And you saw her in California?
Yes.
What town?
I believe it was Pasadena.
And what date was that?
I don't remember. 5 years ago.
Was it in Pasadena? What were you doing in Pasadena when this happened?
I had arranged to meet her there because it was on the way for her where she was going
Well,
north.
I'm not asking you what she told you. I'm asking you what you were doing there.
I went there to meet her.
All right? And if you went there to meet her, tell me the name of the town that you met her.
I already did, Pasadena.
Okay? And what time of the day did you meet her?
It was probably late morning, early afternoon, somewhere
So-
around there.
Late morning to you would be 10, 11 o'clock. Is that what it would be?
Yeah,
And that's when you met her, right?
I'm not exactly sure, somewhere around that. It would have been more than 10 and before 2. Because I
All
have
right.
kids to pick up from school and get to school, and it would have been in between that
So
time.
it's 10 and 2, right?
Somewhere in there.
And did you give her a telephone or not?
Yes,
And you gave her a telephone, and what was the reason you gave her a telephone?
because she needed one.
And what kind of telephone did you give her?
It's called a Helio.
All right, so you purchased the Helio telephone then, right?
They gave it to me.
Okay, you were able to get a hold of the Helio telephone, right?
That's correct.
And then you gave it to her in Pasadena between 10 and 2 during the day, right?
Correct.
And what day was it that this happened?
I don't know.
I don't have anything else. Thank you.